Hey guys and girls, in this video today we're looking at the Harry Potter Lego set 75968 number 4 Privet Drive, and we've got a lighting kit. This is a YEABRICKS lighting kit, and it's item number LGK347. Now there's no real instructions to this, so we thought we'd do a bit of a video just to help you out. It does come with instructions, but they're not as clear as I'd like them to be. So let's see how we get on. The kit's pretty simple by the looks of it. It's got, I'll show you. So it's just got some LEDs. It's connected to some Lego bricks that you just have to wire through the house. Comes with 2 packs. Okay, one's for the car, one's for the house, and we'll see how it goes. So this is the Lego set 4 Privet Drive. It's a really nice set, really detailed, and we're just going to take it to that next level by adding this lighting kit and see how it goes. It's the first lighting kit we've done, so it'll be interesting to see how easy it is, whether it works nicely. The kit was about £15, the lighting kit, so and that was from Amazon, so I'll put a link in the description, but let's get started. So this is bag number 1. We've opened bag number 1 and we can see that this is what we've got. Now the first thing I've done is I've just plugged this into a USB just to make sure it works. It all powers on, so we are good to go. The worst thing you could do is just wire it up and it'd be faulty. You've got to be really gentle with these. That's one thing the box does say. These cables are really fragile, so just take your time and go really slow. Okay, so this is step 1. We've got to start dismantling the house. And like I say, this is the first one we've done, so it may not go quite right, but we're going to do our best. So I'll show you the instructions, what we're working on right now. Okay, so you can see we've got to dismantle this section. Take it right back. Okay, so just undoing the first lighting kit. Be really gentle, like I said. These wires are extremely thin. Any bending will break the circuit. Okay, so the sort of beige brownie bar that goes across here, you want to take off and attach the lighting kit to, like so. And just use the instructions that come with it just to count out the spaces you need. Okay, so that's attached like so. Okay, so as you can see, we're bringing this bit here back across. I've had to take off part of this section, which is this bit here, off to be able to get to it, and it gets sort of wide across here. Okay, so we put this piece back on. I'm really careful with the wires not to cut them. So on this bit with the chimney, we're going to thread it across and just sort of pin it down so that it stays on. I'm going to put the other central bit across, just to rebuild that top floor. Okay, so at this point you should have this one coming to the front and at the side. Okay. Okay, so the picture tile on the chimney comes off, and then you attach the stud to the back, the clear stud to the back, and then that goes back onto the chimney block with the yellow yellow sort of cone studs coming to the front and the USB cable going to the back. Okay, so this wire, this is the front wire with the yellows on, gets sort of laid through that gap, and then the bed head goes on top. Like so. So with the front wire coming off to the side, okay, you need to weave it round the studs and then put the side back on. Trying to be as careful as possible not to damage the cable. So I'll do that and we'll come back in a second. Okay, like so. So at this point you should have the two coming to the front and the one to the side. Okay, so now the idea is we bring this cable along and we're replacing, let's see if I can focus, this light here with this one here. So this is the one that lights up, this is the one that doesn't. Okay, and as you can see, it is quite fiddly. It's quite a fiddly job to do, but it should look pretty good once it's all done. So that's this one wired in now, and then we've got to do this one at the side, but to do that we have to take this piece off. Okay, the reason I'm not cutting this down to make it quicker is just so you get a good idea of how this works and how to do it, because it is a bit fiddly, and seeing it might be helpful for some of you. Okay, so the fiddliest thing here is actually getting the wires in the right places, and then just putting the other Lego bits back on top. Trying to hide the wires as you go. Very, very fiddly. Must have said fiddly about 30 times by now. Okay, so you can see that one's attached, side one's attached. We've got to work out where this one goes next, and then obviously the USB just comes out the back at the moment, and then we'll get hopefully the rest of it put back together. So at this point we're going to start reassembling the house, putting some of the interior furniture back in, just rebuilding some of the pieces. Okay, so it's at this stage you can start to play about with your wires, just weaving them around, getting them a bit neater, a bit tidier within the house, as you've still got an area to use for playing and stuff. So just tidying those up as best you can. And then reassembling the front of the house. Okay, so now the roof's sort of back on. We've got this one here, so this needs to be put out of the way, and then the this bit placed on like so. The window at the side can go back in, and we've almost finished the house. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Okay, so now we've got to kind of go back on ourselves slightly. There's a few little bits we need to take off. Okay, so that's actually, that was a nightmare to work out where that went. So, yeah, so this bit here gets kind of wrapped around the sort of stud joint on the top corner, like so, and comes into the house. And then you pop the corner back on to hold it in place. Okay, so this gets wrapped round like we've said, and then you attach it back on, and again, really tricky to do. Okay, once that's done, it wraps around again on the bit above it, and the roof goes back on with the guttering to the front. Okay, and then the light just clips in to the middle, like so, and that is the kit installed. We've just got to put the rest of the house back together. Okay, so that's the light kit for the house installed, and you've got your single USB that goes to the back. We will test this in a second, but now we've got to do the car. Okay, so the lighting kit for the car should replace the headlights, the brake lights, the rear lights, and I think there should be an interior light. So yeah, laying out and undoing the light strips carefully. Just I've plugged these in and checked that they're working, which they are, so we can make a start. Okay, so again we're going to start with dismantling some parts of the car. Okay, so this is the front of the car with the headlights, and we're going to be putting the two headlights with the bulbs in to replace these two. Okay, so once they're attached, the wires just get sort of tucked behind, neatly out of the way. Okay, so then we just reattach the front. Okay, so holding the wires out of the way, you want to just reattach the number plate to the front of the car. Okay, so to get the interior light on, we've got to take part of the side of the car off and the roof, which we'll do now, as best we can. So on the little interior LED, there seems to be a little bit of a sticker that you have to peel off to be able to stick that to the roof. Okay, so that just gets stuck on to the interior of the roof. Roof can go back on. Again, it's just about winding the wires around in a way that you can hide them. Rebuilding and reattaching the parts you need, and obviously just making sure that you don't crush the wire. So at this point you should have your front headlights attached, your interior light, and then we're going to work on the rear of the car to get the brake lights and the rear lights attached. So the wires that are coming out from the light, we're going to tuck into this little gap here, just out the way, and then rebuild the door and the base of the car here. So we'll do that now. Okay, so to do the rear of the car, we're going to take the boot out and take the 4 rear lights off. Not the easiest thing in the world. To do. Like I say, I haven't cut this video down too much because I want you to see sort of how it goes together and how you do it, because it helps you to make an informed choice on whether you think your kids will be able to do it or whether it's something you want to attempt for them. And sometimes people on YouTube just, they show how easy it is, and sometimes actually it's not that easy. It's a bit time consuming. So it's just good to get a really good idea of how these things actually go together in real life. Okay, so once the boot's all off and the lights are off, we just reattach the lights and the wires. Try and do it in just the best way you can, trying to keep the wires out of the way and not tangling them. Remember, I know I keep stressing it, but these wires are super thin, to the point that actually on the house, what I'm going to do is where the USB cable comes off, I'm going to wrap some black electrical tape just around these ones here, just to protect them, because I know what my kids are like. you know, they'll be, if they pull on those, they could possibly snap. So just some black electrical tape will fix that. Okay, so you can see they're attached, and now we've got to work out how to sort out and cable the wires. So back in a sec. Okay, so now that's all done, we're going to reassemble the rear of the car, get the boot put back together, and we'll show you the next step. So again, you've got to get the wires into the right position so as you can put the boot panels in so as it doesn't clip them at all. To be honest, it looks like there's going to be quite a lot of leftover wire, so I'm not too sure about that, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. And there's still a few bits to do by putting the underside of the car on. Yeah. Okay, so to finish off, we'll turn the car over and we're just gonna clip the wires underneath. So there's the long black bars, 2 long black bars and 2 grey sections that we'll use to hold these sort of out the way. Remember to put your spare lights somewhere safe in case you want to ever convert it back to normal. So again, the trickiest thing about this has been sort of just aligning the wires in the right place, just to make sure they're not in the way, and then you can pull thing, and that's it. That's that one done. So let's get it all set up and do a lighting test. Okay, so that's it done and it's all working, all lit up. It's really cool. So the car, you can see interior lights, front lights, rear lights, and then on the house it's all very cool. And if you look at Harry Potter's bedroom, cupboard under the stairs, it's got his own little light. So very, very cool set and will look awesome on display. I hope that's helped. I hope that's been of use and, you know, just made you decide whether or not you want to invest in one of the lighting kits. Like I say, they are YEABRICKS and pretty cool. It was quite tricky to do. The worst thing about the kits are the instructions. The instructions could be a lot simpler and a lot clearer. But just take your time, be patient, and you can get some really cool results. So absolutely loving that. Very cool. So what do you think, little man? What do you think?
Beautiful.
Is it cool?
Yeah.
Was it beautiful?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you like it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Good.
It's good. Just
Daddy,
good. Should we see what Amy thinks?
Daddy. That's so cool.
Do you like it?